Well, it is official now. The Sweden Armwrestling Federation are now gonna be returning back to WF by the 5th of November. And from all of the conversations that I have been having with different arm wrestlers and here and there are some questions that needs to be answered, and not so many answers are given. It is creating a lot of uncertainty within the arm wrestling community of Sweden. Since I heard rumors that there are some clubs that are gonna be refusing going to the Sweden Nationals because they do not want nothing to do with the WF and are still gonna be sticking with the IFA. And I don't know. It is just creating a lot of questions since how are everything gonna be proceeding ahead? Since there are clearly gonna be arm wrestlers in Sweden that are gonna be polling in IFA, and but how are the establishment of the WF gonna be reacting? Are they gonna be forcing the Sweden Arm Wrestling Federation to be banning all of these athletes that are gonna be attending over at IFA related tournaments, European Championships, World Championships, or in super match formats that have IFA referees or all of that? Are they gonna be threatened with bans if they are gonna be attending where those staffs are gonna be attending? I don't know, because the current or the past behaviors of Assen, Merche, and all of these guys have been pretty controlling ever since their dick measuring contest with Mazurenko. But now that Mazurenko has been clearly out of the pictures for the last few years due to the war in Ukraine, now WF are seizing as much control as possible, because if they control the athletes, they can influence the other competitions, organizations, and all of that. So it's basically that the establishment of the WF are basically holding them all with an iron fist. And it is public knowledge at this point. And then there's a question that are going to be asked, since all of the tournaments needs to be approved by the federation, who is then needs to be approved by WF. Doesn't that mean that some athletes that are choosing not to go back to WF, are they gonna be not be allowed to compete within the Sweden Federation? Because similar instances have been happening not just in Europe, but in Canada as well. Since in Germany, they had the German championships, but they were threatened with bans and all of that. Once they had Kevin Buberich, the Tagger brothers, and Hellboy in the German nationals, and they were not able to compete. If I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comment section. And also in Canada, that they were in IFA, and then they were leaving IFA to go back to WF, but then there were some complications which led to that Canada is basically neutral, and they have 2 separate teams that they are pushing out to the different federations. One with Rick Pickney and the other with Joey Costello. So, I don't know. Because we just have to, and some of my friends really hate this terminology, but we just have to wait and see what is gonna be happening if some members of the federation are gonna be doing something, or I don't know. I just don't know. But to my Swedish friends, and now I'm gonna be switching to the Swedish, speaking in Swedish, because this is related to them and not to all of you international viewers. So if you are an international viewer, you can click off right here. So have a nice day, stay safe, don't be a surpuppa, and keep being awesome. Take care. Och nu till er svenska atleter. Det här som har hänt just nu är lite utav en stor rörelse. Jag vet att vissa utav er vill tävla i WAF och vissa utav er vill fortsätta vara med i IFA. Vissa utav er vill tävla mot de bästa och vissa utav er vill hålla er kvar inom IFA och andra på grund av värderingar och allt sånt där. Och oavsett hur ni än väljer så ska ni ju veta att jag kommer ju fortfarande tycka om er oavsett hur ni nu än väljer. Men det som också nu blir att det här är typ en ganska tuff bild av verkligheten som många får acceptera ju längre man lever i denna turbulenta existens som vi kallar livet. Att varje val som vi gör har konsekvenser sen. Och just nu när vi går tillbaka till WAF, vad kommer de potentiella konsekvenserna bli sen? Så att gör det som känns bäst för er utan att ni ska bli påverkade utav externa källor. Så till er, jag kommer fortfarande att tycka om landslaget i Sverige för att vi är ju allmänt awesome, by the way. Så det här är typ mestadels bara för att säga det till er att oavsett det valet som ni gör, och jag vet ju att vissa utav er vill inte ha någonting med varför att göra, och vissa utav er är helt enkelt okej med det som händer. Med att skriva på för att sedan tävla mot de bästa så. Så att det här är bara mestadels en del av mina tankar som jag behövde bara få ut. Så att jag älskar Armbryta Sverige och Krygge Wiklund. Älskar er allihopa så. Sköt om er allihopa. Och så ses vi på framtida tävlingar framöver.